Welcome to Moose Plays, everyone. I'm the Liquor Moose, and today we will be going over my Week 7 team builder for the second season of the UPA D-League. This week we will be going up against the man himself, Theflyingbird. If you guys don't know him, I will link him in the description below. And yeah, Bird is a very good player. He was an analyst in the most previous season of the GBA and the GBA D-League. I want to say he's relatively well known throughout the community, so yeah, it's pretty cool to it's pretty cool to battle someone like that. A little humbling and all that crap, but yeah, Bird is 6-0. He's currently on a tear. Unfortunately, we are 3-3. In my opinion, if I just had my head on my shoulders for 2 turns in 2 different battles, I could easily be 5-1. But either way, we can't look back. We, again, like I said last time, I don't think we have to win out, but we have to close to win out to guarantee make playoffs. But yeah, so looking at that, Bird's team was pretty hard to build for, so let's just go over his team right now. He drafted Zygarde 50%, Megaane, Thundurus T, Keldeo, Silvally, Alolan Persian, Bronzong, Venomoth, Mischievous, Chansey, Barbaracle, and Talonflame. His Z users being Zygarde 50, Persian, Alola, and Barbaracle. So, looking at Bird's team, first off, I do want to mention, that he did make a few transactions for this match. He dropped Combuskin and Gourgeist, and he picked up Mischievous, which is kind of whatever, and then he picked up Talonflame, which is a really big threat to my team because Bird very clearly knows that my Celebi is very heavily pressured this game. But yeah. Other than the Talonflame, obviously you see the Zygarde 50 there. Obviously, you say, hey, you need your arrows resistant. Guess what? I had to bring Celebi, which is a very good reason for him to bring Talonflame. But on top of that, Megaane is a gigantic threat. Megaane, just its raw power is actually way too ridiculous for most of my team to handle, not gonna lie. Plus its stab coverage is very good against my team as well. Thundurus T, much like when I played against Rice in Week 3 when he had Thundurus I, Thundurus T is similar in that it hits harder. However, Thundurus T is a little bit easier for me to deal with in this game just because it, honestly, just because of its slower speed. The fact that it is slower than Thundurus I means that my Mega Gallade can revenge it if need be. And yeah, other than that, Keldeo is there, and that can always prove difficult. He has a lot of annoying mons. And yeah, Barbaracle can be a thing. I don't know. He has a lot of Pokemon that I can definitely see coming, so I don't really know. I couldn't really figure out how to build for the proper 6 and all that stuff, so I kind of tried to cover my bases and go with everything, which is really realistically what you should be doing anyways. But yeah, so let's just go over the team that I am bringing to the table. So first off, we have a Spadef Skarmory, and this is going to be my main switch into his Megaane because Megaane is just way too powerful. Even with Power Gem and HP Fire, luckily since I'm max Spadef, they cannot 2-hit KO with leftovers. Actually, I think without leftovers they couldn't 2-hit KO. I think literally the max roll on both of them is 49. But either way, yeah, I scared out with Iron Head, which is a thing. I also wanted Brave Bird here in case the Keldeo becomes too much of a problem, and his Diancie, if I don't need it for the Diancie, I can use it to dent the Keldeo, as Brave Bird does over 50% to that, even uninvested, because Brave Bird, just the high base power of Brave Bird is insane. We have Roost here, obviously, because to recover health, that's pretty obvious, and then we have Spikes here as the last move. I did think about something different, something like Curse, but ultimately it wasn't really that worth it, especially since when I'm taking special hits instead of physical, I don't know, I didn't really like it, so I just went with Spikes to kind of try to stack him since he does have Zygarde. And yeah, so I don't know, again, not too much to say about Skarmory. It's relatively straightforward. It's just Spadef because he has a Mega Diancie, and then just in my opinion, the 4 best moves there. I don't really think there would be another move I would put on instead. But yeah, next up we have the first appearance of Diancie, and this is strictly because his Talonflame is a gigantic threat to my team. Yeah, so we are max physically defensive for that, as we do resist both of his stabs, and we easily KO it back with a Diamond Storm. Moonblast is also a good stab since he does have an Alolan Persian and a Zygarde. We have Stealth Rock here because again, just to try to stack them, and there was definitely no way I could fit both Stealth Rocks and Spikes onto Skarmory. And seeing as I was going to bring Diancie anyways, and I needed an extra an extra move slot, I figured I could throw Rocks onto it and then put Spikes on Skarm. And then we have Hidden Power Steel here in the case where it's basically the Diancie's. It's basically the Diancie's again, like just out against each other. I think I can do. I don't remember what the calc is. Hidden Power. It's definitely a 2-hit KO. I don't remember if it has a chance to OHKO. Basically, I built this specific mon a while ago because we have Babiri here. Because, like I said, his Talonflame is definitely going to come because, again, he realizes how heavily pressured myself he is, and it's just like generally pretty good against my team because I feel like a Skarmbring on my side is also relatively likely. So we are Babiri here because there is one set that Talonflame could be that could just wreck my day, which would be Swords Dance, Natural Gift with his own Babiri, and then Acrobatics, and then I guess Fire Move, whether he wants to be fully physical with Flare Blitz or be mixed with Fire Blast. I guess it just depends on him. But yeah, if he runs Natural Gift Steel, then he has a chance to OHKO this set. So we have Babiri to make sure that it does not happen, and we can guarantee KO it back with Diamond Storm. Is basically how I want this to go. And then if he doesn't bring Natural Gift Steel, well, I mean, I guess it's going to be a little too bad because I definitely would have liked to have leftovers otherwise. But if he did bring Natural Gift Steel, then and he got it off on my Diancie, then it honestly could just be game over at that point. I'm not even going to lie. So I felt like this was more important than potential leftovers recovery if he didn't bring it, and even then, even if he doesn't have the Natural Gift Steel, in case one of his Pokemon, like say, like if Zygarde runs Coil Iron Tail, then I can have the Babiri for that or something like that. Like, I think even though it was meant to be for the Talonflame, it still has some uses over it then that I could justify it. Bringing it if his Talonflame doesn't have Natural Gift Steel, whereas if he does have it and I don't have I have leftovers, then it could honestly just be game, like just straight up. So yeah, Diancie here for the Talonflame, and kind of to be a physical sponge after that if the Talonflame goes down. But yeah, next up, like I've been saying before, he has a Zygarde, he has a Keldeo. I basically have to bring this. Yeah, Celebi has an okay matchup, and again, like I said, heavily pressured. Definitely the reason he picked up Talonflame. Not even like a question beyond that. Giga Drain is here for main stab and a 2-hit KOs, non-bulky Keldeos. HP Ice is here for the Zygarde, as that's going to be my main way of hitting it. Dazzling Gleam is specifically here for the Alolan Persian, which would otherwise get a decently free switch into it. And then I have U-Turn for momentum. We're max Fizdef to take on the Zygarde the best, but we also needed the Assault Vest because if he has Specs Keldeo, then honestly his attacks just do way too much to the rest of my team. Even HP Bug, like, still is a 2-hit KO on this Celebi if he decides to bring it, which I think is actually a relatively likely bring. I don't know how likely it is that he would bring Icy Wind over it. I guess I could see it for both the Celebi and the Hydreigon, but I mean, HP Bug hits both of them anyways. So it's really up to Bird what he wants. If he brings HP Bug, the Keldeo might be a little bit of a problem. If he specs, if he is not boosting item, I guess yeah, Life Orb could do it as well. If he's not boosting item, I think there's a chance I could live. And well, actually, after Giga Drain, I could definitely, live it. So yeah. Again, this was just the set I had to bring. Like, just straight, like, look at Bird's team. There's literally no other set I could bring on my Celebi. Not when it's so pressured like this defensively. But yeah, so that's enough of the defensive stuff. Let's look at some of the offensive threats I'm bringing. So we are Choice Scarf Hydreigon. To get basically a jump on his non-Scarf Mons. Even if he does have like non-Scarf Mons, it can outspeed a Venomoth at +1, which I don't really see coming because, like I said, I do have a Skarmory which is immune to poison and 4 times resist Bug Buzz, which means Bug Buzz is really only like a regular resist. So and since I'm Spadef, like I don't really see Venomoth coming, but if it does, then I can still outspeed +1 Venomoth. Mega Diancie can't be, like, as long as he's not Rock Polish, like, I can still outspeed this, and I easily OHKO with Flash Cannon. And then past that being Scarf, we outspeed the Talonflame, assuming that his Gale Wings has been broken. And yeah, Just honestly, I think Scarfeye Dragon, even though I don't really like bringing like quote-unquote standard sets, like when I had Infernape in one league, I didn't really want to bring it Scarf, even though every single time I brought it Scarf, it did extremely well. I don't know. There's something about like standard sets that I don't really like bringing in Draft League, but I mean Scarfeye Dragon just really fit this match. This can even outspeed like Zygarde at +1, like. Scarfeye Dragon just kind of needed to be here offensively. Draco Meteor, I want to say Oko's Zygarde, like, it's a super effective hit. Dark Pulse, 2-hit KOs, even specially defensive Bronzong that doesn't have Colbur Berry. Like I said, Flash, and like, these two are good general stab. Flash Cannon is obviously here for the Mega Diancie, and then we are mixed with Superpower, just so that way, if he does bring the Chansey, which I don't think he would, but in the rare case that he does, then I'm not completely walled by it. I think this does to max Fizz Def. I think it does. It's still not that much. It's only like 35, but like all of these moves do way less than 35. So. If it's ever in the situation, I do have the Scarf Superpower here, so that is a thing. We also had to be max Special Attack, unfortunately, because normally I would like run calcs and see how much, taking away how much Special Attack I could get away with. Unfortunately, though, I need to be max Special Attack in order to KO max HP Persian, Alolan Persian after Rocks. So we could only run the little bit of speed, or the little bit of attack, and then we're obviously speed creeping the Zygarde because that just makes sense. Theoretically, he does have to be Jolly to outspeed my, I guess it would be my Magmortar, but honestly, he's probably going to be adamant anyways, so I could cheat a little bit, but I really don't want to take that risk. I would still like to be able to outspeed a +1 Zygarde if I can at all help it. So yeah, again, pretty straightforward Hydreigon, not really too much to say, but something that we do have to say here, sort of another speed control mon in my Quick Feet Flame Orb Jolteon, and yeah, honestly, it has an okay matchup. Like, again, it can outspeed +1 Zygarde and hit it with an HP Ice or a Toxic, depending on how I want to work with this. It can outspeed everything up to a Scarf Persian Alola. I really don't think he brings Scarf Talonflame. I don't really think that makes a lot of sense. But honestly, the big reason that I have Quick Feet Jolteon is so that way I just don't outright lose to a Shell Smash Barbaracle. I wanted something that could outspeed a +2 Barbaracle, and this thing does it. So yeah, and then past that, and if he has Z move, then Thunderbolt is a guaranteed 2-hit KO, because then he would have the -1 special defense drop, even if he's max HP. And if he is max HP and does have White Herb, then it's a roll to Oko. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't really say unfortunately, this is just kind of a cool Jolteon. Again, that does have some sort of merits, because like I said, it was kind of the same thing with Scarf Hydreigon. It can like outspeed all this +1 mons. It can outspeed like Scarf Keldeo, which could be a thing, even though I think Specs is better against me. But if he does bring Scarf Keldeo, then this thing outspeeds it, which is nice. Yeah, like I just thought it was a pretty decent speed control mon for this match, so I really like it. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, the obvious moves, Hidden Power Ice for the Zygarde, and then Toxic basically for anything that these two can't really hit. Specifically things like Thunderous T, like Persian Alolan would be good to get the Toxic off of. Same thing with the Mischievous and the Chansey. Like, I don't know, there wasn't really another thing that I needed in this slot, in my opinion, so I just decided to go with Toxic instead. So yeah, again, that's Jolteon. And lastly, I thought a lot about this set. This slot, I guess. Originally it was going to be Tornadus, and then I thought about Diggersby, but yeah. Ultimately I decided to go with a Mega Gallade, because like I said, if like Thunderous, the whole point of Thunderous T being like a not as big threat as Thunderous Eye against this team is that it's slower than Thunderous Eye. So Gallade can revenge kill that if I need to. The big thing obviously would be he has a Talonflame in the back. He can just go for Brave Bird, but with this investment, if I'm at +1 defense, his Brave Bird cannot kill me since his Talonflame is not Z. I guess if he's banded, he probably could, but if he's banded, then my oh god, my Diancie is a really good switch into it. So yeah, and then past that, we have Bulk Up, because again, I needed the defense to be able to guarantee live Brave Bird from Talonflame. We have Drain Punch, because that just goes well with Bulk Up and just dents things and gives me a lot of health back. Ice Punch is here for the Zygarde and the Thunderous, since I'm not Zen Headbutt, and then Rock Tomb is here for the Talonflame. There was a little bit of merit to Zen Headbutt. It was really mostly just for the Keldeo, but Then at the same time, if I Zen Headbutt, then his Persian Alolan gets a free switch in. His Bronzong basically gets a free switch in since it 4 times resists it. And yeah, like those were the 2 big ones pretty much. I just thought that these 3 moves, like these 3 attacks, were just overall better than Zen Headbutt would be over like just the one Keldeo situation. Even if he has specs, Keldeo can't Oko me. Oh, excuse me, and then I can guarantee 2 at +1. I guarantee 2 KO with Drain Punch. So I think that's overall fine as opposed to using Zen Headbutt and like basically allowing other things free switch-ins. But yeah, I definitely needed Rock Tomb. I could have gone for Stone Edge for the power, but I am not risking a Stone Edge miss. I basically picked, like, Rock Tomb is cool because it can lower speed of other things, but like honestly, the main reason I picked Rock Tomb was so it was literally the rock type attack that had the least likelihood of missing. That was the main reason I picked Rock Tomb. And I guess even if he's like Charty Berry Talonflame, then I break the Gale Wings and lower its speed, so he can't go for a second Brave Bird, and I can knock it out with Rock Tomb. So there is that merit. So yeah, that is it for the for my team versus the Flying Bird. Again, I will link both his YouTube and his Twitter in the description below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the team that I am bringing in the comments section down below, and keep your eyes out, on the channel tomorrow for when the battle versus Bird goes live. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.